Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today I'm going to teach you how your sexuality can affect your career. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to state, I know that this is a topic that some people might consider controversial if they don't actually watch the whole video and listen to what's being said, and I'm sure that Facebook is not going to allow me to boost it. That's fine, whatever. It's an important subject to be addressed. So the reason that I bring up sexuality as being relevant in one's career is that I noticed when I started career coaching that I had a disproportionate number of clients who were gay or lesbian. And I didn't know why that was initially, but as I worked with them, I began to figure out what was going on. What I realized was that, in the course of building someone's career, one of the most important things that's relevant to build a career that you're really going to be happy with is being authentic to yourself and having a degree of self-trust and a degree of self-confidence. And what I observed in every single one of my clients who was gay or lesbian was that they really struggled with that component. And in every single one of their cases, they had repressed their sexuality for, years or decades. And what had happened is that it created a fracture in their psyche where that became their dominant modality, was to repress themselves, to repress their authenticity, to cater to what they thought society wanted of them. So if you are LGBTQ plus, I don't know all of the letters, but if that's you, right, and you've been authentic about it from the time you figured it out when you were a teenager or whatever, then great for you. This video actually won't even be relevant to you, but congratulations, that's awesome. Unfortunately, that's not the case with a lot of people. And that can be because of where you grow up geographically. It can be because of the beliefs of your family of origin. It can be because, I've had clients who are older and things have definitely changed over the past several decades from, potentially when they were children. So age can play a role. But at the end of the day, what's required to really, create a career that's going to make you happy is learning to be authentic in what you really desire. And, because sexuality is such an important part of being human, and there's a whole concept called sociosexual programming, and there's a whole neural circuits, and there's a whole way that your brain develops in adolescence based around that if you've internalized that pattern, it's going to require a good degree of extra effort to overcome that conditioning and to rewire your brain so that your first instinct is to be authentic, right? So, what advice can I give? One, from a high level, embrace yourself, embrace who you are. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to other people. Be as open as you can. There are times some people may not like it. That's their problem, not yours. The second thing that I would say is pay special attention to a couple conditioned behaviors, one of which is people pleasing, is doing things to try to make people like you. Be vigilant about that. Journal about it. Another is authority. When do you find yourself trying to act or believe as you think authority figures want you to act or believe? And it could be, parents, bosses, religious authorities, whatever, political authorities, anything, right? Just watch it. Again, journal about it. A big one to really watch for is self-judgment. How often do you beat yourself up? People who have, created this inner-outer split will often be very judgmental of themselves. And that self-judgment is poison when it comes to building self-confidence. So pay attention to your mind, right? You are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. That conditioning isn't you. You're something higher than that. So watch that. See that circuit. See how it's acting. And see, where it's serving you and more often where it's not. And then finally, false fronts. Where are you saying things that aren't true? Where are you putting on an act instead of being open and honest and authentic? And there are times when, you look at all this and you say, hey, listen, I'm balanced. I am going to make the decision to go do these conditioned behaviors. But most of the time, they're not in your best interests. And being aware of them is going to highlight that, especially when you start looking at the deeper implications of what it means for your self-trust, for your integrity with yourself, for your confidence, and for your ability to really get in touch with what you want and what your desires really are. And then finally, I would say, pay special attention to stresses. And in this case, especially pay attention to fear and to guilt, right? Those are two of the emotions that I found come up a lot, with people who are in this category. So at the end of the day, right, if you want to know what your purpose is in your career, it involves getting in touch with your values. And to get in touch with your values, you've got to be honest with yourself about your desires. And unfortunately, there's a lot of programming that comes in for many people at an early age, but you don't have to be a slave to that programming. It's not fixed. At the end of the day, you're the programmer and you can rewire it. So pay attention to those things, guys, and go create the life that you really want.
Before you go, I've got a free gift for you. So if you found this video valuable, if it helped you see the world in a new way, and you're interested in building a career that's going to bring you both personal fulfillment and financial prosperity, then I've got a free presentation for you to help you do just that. So if you go to the link below, it's www.oculusinstitute.com/workshop. That's www.oculusinstitute.com/workshop. Then it'll take you to a registration for a free presentation. It's about 50 minutes long, that's 50, and it's gonna give you the step-by-step process to building your dream career. See you there.